So news, my computers were still my laptops. I lost them to a new one. Everything is quite overpriced at the moment. I'm gonna start. I choose Intel. I know Intel, all those commands. You got integrated graphics. It does a good job. It doesn't have a cooler. I bought the Redux Noctua. It's like a good option. Does the work. A bit chunky, a bit noisier than his big brother and older. I work with a noise cancellation headphones, so times kind of noise will not disturb me. Motherboard, Mag B60 Motar Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi integrated. Talk about more later. I do have solid memory, Rocket NVM4, and then I got HDD 1 terabyte. Got Windows installed. Heavy, good for making more weight, because I want this computer to be very heavy. I don't want anyone to walk out with it, so I'm gonna make it around 20 something kilos, make it really heavy, even add some extra weight. That's another project. As RAM, I got Vengeance 16. I could get more. I'll buy more if I need it. This gets cheaper. Corsair 650 watts with the best that I can get for a cheap price. Some bronze were 10 less, 20 less. So I just bought the gold one. If you're thinking, yes, this is a graphics card, my colleague had it at home in Nvidia 950. Well, he was not using it. He kind of borrowed. Yeah, he's asking half the money that he paid for it. Quite fair in these times, to be honest. This is real, it's not a fake. It's working. Integrated graphics, I know. Probably I could have done the Ryzen. Anyway, too late. Ryzens were really expensive. I don't know. 4 months ago it was way cheaper. Go figure out. If you're watching this video, it means I built it. Edited in this computer, and I start the build. That's all. Let's start this build. Just one detail. I'm gonna start by the motherboard, and most of the things I'll do in here. So you can put a lot of things. You can put the chip, you can put the cooler, you can put the RAM, you can do all outside before start with the box. When you're in the box, is quite harder. So let's start. Ground yourself. Intel core. That's what we're gonna use. Antennas for the Wi-Fi, drivers in case you don't have your own. Ancient technology that nobody uses. Some cables. I will need this. Warranties and track from the product register. Yes, we'll do this. Nice fancy shield rubber. Oh, some cool stickers. Instructions. Installation guide. That was the box. Lovely thing.
This is anti-static plastic. Keep it. It's always useful if you need to transport anything.
Not easy to press. Go for the core. Okay, there is a slightly different. You can see there.
And you can see in there the little circle is the orientation. Yes, that's the orientation. There is a small triangle on the chip too and the CPU. I'll show you closer now. Yeah, you can see it here very clearly.
Like so.
Okay, in this part I had a lot of doubts because it looks very loose. It doesn't look normal. It's truly like this. So you just press it, kink it, and then the lid comes out. Keep that little lid, because if you need to return the motherboard, that protects the pins. They will not accept it without that little lid. So keep it. It was done. Bit harder than I was thinking. And now installing the RAM.
See, pull this back, and we install the RAM with it. You can see in there it says I'll install it. So you always do alternated in this case. D1 with the number one. You never put them together, so with this one, always alternated.
Oh, the funniest part, I should have installed 2 and the 2 entrance, and I made a mistake, but the computer warned me after it was in the wrong place, because I put in entrance 1 and 1.
And let's do it again. Place, press it. Quite need to put a lot of pressure.
Well, click it.
And click on that side. Confirm. E1, B2.
Should be the 2.
1, 1. You're following the 1, 1. Next step, install my memory kit. My subRAM. Woo! What a fancy box. This is really nice. Okay, instructions how to put it in. that's okay. Really beautiful box. So we need to do some screwdriver. And I use the kit ones. Why not? They're here. Well, not the most practical, I have to say. After reading the instructions, it just says, you see that little gap in there? Very good. Then this is how it fits. Oh! Okay. I didn't see this. It brings a plastic cover. I didn't see it. I wouldn't. This thing sometimes can be problematic. Forget to remove this, you're gonna have problems. It's gonna overheat. As usual. What's up? Feel easy. Install. Looks safe. Next thing, the cooler. Opening the cooler. So in my case, I have to find the right brackets. It's gonna take me a while to find out. Amazingly huge. Sometimes people forget to remove the plastic. I don't think in this case it's a bit too obvious. And you see, it already comes with thermal paste. Redux. Okay, this is the mount and the screws. Now I just need to find out how these things go together. It's a curved film for LG8. Okay. Goes in the back, the motherboard, the brackets. I think I need to watch a video to do this because it looks a bit more complex. So the ones I have to use is these ones. The screws I'm going to use these ones. Let's do it. So the shape goes. Okay, fits perfectly. On the side. Fan will be like this. Goes here. No, this one goes. This one goes like this. Looks like a plan. I can always change this. I have these little things to screw. Okay, the funniest part, put the brackets in the wrong direction. I have the drawing showing how to put them. I still didn't look at it, and I'm continuing. Now, should go like this. Nervous part. Move the plastic. Doesn't look like it makes a difference which orientation it goes. Why does it look like it fits? It's way over. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, oh, it does fit. Like this starts the period where I'm trying to solve everything. And I'm trying different ways of putting the brackets, turning it around. This took longer than this video. I cut quite a lot until I get to the solution that's now in front of your eyes and makes it quite obvious. I think I got... Yes, you do now. Oh, okay. That was my mistake. So I had the orientation at the opposite. Okay, the round part goes there. Okay, now makes sense. That was my mistake. That's why it won't fit. Yeah, I'll go for this orientation. It's correct now. Screw back. Just that to look in the drawings, not that hard. Now we're going for this. I think this is the... the screw. So they're a bit hard to screw and you have to do in parts, one side and the other side and one side and the other side, and it took me a little bit of time with this. And then you can see that little metal sheet needs to be against it. Okay, looks like that rock solid. Now which side I'll go? You like to pull it and do the same on the other side. So I got this in here. I have no idea where to connect it. Pins will be in here. Says in there CPU fan, so that's the right place to use it. I think motherboard is done. Yes, you don't need to shake it like I don't know why I did that, but it's not advisable. Looks quite nice and solid. So talking about the construction, the hardest parts, oh my god, the CPU, why they make it so hard? Like, the indication is so small, it makes it really hard. You should have like a big arrow and a big sign in there, point there, and that's it. For me it's easy, it just needs to be clicked on. The cooler was interesting, because it brings parts for the Ryzen, they got parts for the Intel. I did miss the shape in the first, I inverted these things, then I struggled a little bit, but then in the end it was okay. Now I think comes the challenge part. The fans are easy, so not bad, but a bit difficult even, like for someone who's not used to it. And there's like a few things sometimes people will forget. Let's do the power supply and the box and see how it goes.
And this strip looks solid. Now my power supply. So I'm gonna use one peripheral SATA and one, see if it's enough. Figure it out. This one I'm guessing is the main one. So the fan needs to be upside down.
To be honest, this is the scariest part. There's a lot of cables, a lot of connections. It's gonna take me a while to figure out all of this and where it goes and which ones I have to remove and not remove. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna leave the fans out there at the moment and I'll try to figure out how my motherboard goes in here. And now we're doing the inside, the ones we're gonna use for upgrade the motherboard. This is not easy. Slightly out of place. Don't damage anything. And I'll do the little screws in there. One there, one there, one there, one here, one here, one there. Quite a few of them. Okay, these screws in here are hard. Little things in there. Should be an easy way of doing this. Okay, so this one you need already. Okay, all screws are done. Just checking if they're okay. So this was quite difficult. It's not easy to get these screws on. Okay, looks solid. I also have the cables, but system front. 2, 3. This is 3 only. I have no idea where it goes. System fun, so 3. There's a lot of things. Okay, so this will be easy. Okay, for the motherboard, it's okay. Trying to roll. CPU.
Okay, this is not the correct way of fitting the cables for the CPU. You go from the back, but because it looks so obvious, I just went from there. But then the cable is a bit too short and it's going around the fans. So don't do that.
I don't know. Installing the graphics card.
And in here I was trying to insert the graphics card on the wrong peripheral component interconnect, known as PCI. There's 2, I have to use the upper one, but I was trying to use the down one and it was getting on the way with the sound cable, so it was not working. And in there I was able to insert the graphics card by removing the connection from the USB 3, but that kind of blows the objective. Try again, and finally.
Okay. One more puzzle solved, so I'll put in this one. The graphic card is one. This one is a bit confused, but fits better there and doesn't interfere with anything. Okay. Then I need this and all these little things in here. It will fit. That was a discovery.
Now finally I was able to insert my graphics card.
Clicked.
Oh, and all the little cables now, making my life really hard.
Well, the SATA cable is in there. Very easy one. Hard to connect. I just need to find out what to do with these little things. I know they go in there, but one GP something, say power reset and power LED, and
Don't worry, there's explanations about where to put them.
and it's done. It's done. Nothing explored. That's a good sign.